Game week 1 is getting really close and it's soon time to lock in our teams. I made some changes to my drafts and this will probably be the final version. Let's have a look. Goalkeepers, I had two 4.5 rotating goalkeepers, Areola and Verbruggen, for most of the preseason, but now I've actually got Sells in goal, 5.0 goalkeeper, and Dubravka, he looks ready to start for Burnley, so I think that this is really good value. As I'll tell you in a minute, I have no other Nottingham Forest defenders, so I think that having Sells and covering the Nottingham Forest defense is a good idea. So if you don't have any Nottingham Forest defenders, I think that we should have Sells. The Nottingham Forest defense has really high ownership at the moment. They have Murillo, they have Williams, they have Milenkovic, and of course Sells as well. So a clean sheet for Nottingham Forest can really hurt your rank if you don't have any defenders. So Sells will probably be my goalkeeper in game week 1. In defense, I've gone for Diouf. I know Wan-Bissaka is one of the most popular FPL assets at the moment, selected by over 30%, but I think that Diouf might be a better option. He's looked really good in West Ham's preseason fixtures, so Diouf will be in my team. Only selected by 5% of the managers. This has actually gone up a bit in the last couple of days, but I still think that Diouf at 5.5 is a really solid pick. Another solid pick is of course Virgil van Dijk, 6 million premium defender. This is actually the first time I have a 6.0 defender in my team, but I think that having one of them is a good idea. So if you have that kind of money in defense and your team structure, it will be easier to pick a 6 million defender if one of them becomes essential. So Van Dijk, he will be in covering the Liverpool defense, and I have Van de Ven as well, 4.5. I think that this is really good value for a starting Spurs defender. I know they finished 17th last season and didn't really impress us that much, but I think that we will see another Spurs team this season and hopefully they can keep a couple of clean sheets as well. On my bench I have Esri Konsa. He rotates pretty well with Van de Ven and Diouf, and I have Esteve, 4.0 starting defender for Burnley. He will stay on my bench most game weeks, but in game week 2 I'm planning to play my bench boost, so both Dubravka and Esteve will play for my team in game week 2 for a good fixture at home against Sunderland. So if you haven't still decided when to use your bench boost, I think that game week 2 is a really good game week if you want to play your bench boost. In midfield I've gone for solid options. As you can see, a glaring omission is Mo Salah. He's not in my current draft. I'm really considering starting the season without him. At the end of this video I will show you really quick another draft with Mo Salah as well. I am 80% sure that I will go without him for game week 1. So in midfield I will have Saka. I really like Saka and I think that he is a better option than Gyökeres at the moment, and he will probably be my captain in game week 2. Really good fixture for Arsenal playing at home against newly promoted Leeds. The next midfielder is Wirtz. Really good option, 8.5. He will play most games for Liverpool, looks to be nailed on. Has done reasonably well in preseason and on some set pieces, so Wirtz at 8.5 will be in my team. The next player is one of the players that actually haven't left my team since I made my first draft. Cole Palmer, 10.5, selected by 57% of the managers, so he is actually the most selected player at the moment. The last midfielder in my starting 11 is Marmoush. I have no other Man City players, so Marmoush, he is there to cover the Man City attack. He's on some set pieces, corners and free kicks for Man City, and if Erling Haaland is not on the pitch, he will probably be their first choice penalty taker. So Marmoush at 8.5, I think this is decent value as well. First on my bench I have Arias, newly signed from Fluminense to Wolves. I think that he is a really interesting pick at the moment. 5.5, only selected by 1% of the managers. He looked really good in the Club World Cup. I think that he potentially can be on set pieces for Wolves as well. I know Strand Larsen is probably the current first choice penalty taker over at Wolves. Cunha, he left for Man United. So it's actually a bit up in there who is first choice penalty taker at Wolves. So hopefully this can be Arias. So he will stay on my bench in game week 1 when they have a tough fixture against Man City, but he will be ready for game week 2 when I will play my bench boosts. I usually don't like having a 5.5 midfielder or forward on my bench, but since I'm planning to play the bench boost in game week 2, I think this is a good strategy. I will probably downgrade Arias to a 4.5 further later on, but I will do this after I've used my bench boost. Up front, I've gone for Ollie Watkins. I think that he is the best forward option at the moment. Priced at 9 million, selected by 21% of managers. This has actually gone up a bit in the last couple of weeks. He was owned by around 8% when I got him in a couple of weeks ago, but 21.5% ownership for Ollie Watkins at the moment. Really good fixtures for Aston Villa as well. They have a tough game in game week 1 against Newcastle, but after this, Aston Villa have really good fixtures. So Watkins, he is locked in my game week 1 team. The next player is Mateta. He is one of the new arrivals in my team. I've had Welbeck in that spot for a couple of weeks as well, 6.5, but there are some rumors that Welbeck will be rotated a bit over at Brighton. So at the moment, I think that it's safe to go with Mateta. He looked really good in the Community Shield final. He took the penalty, so hopefully Mateta is first choice penalty taker at Crystal Palace at the moment. So Mateta is in, and the next player is Jared Bowen. He's also one of the players that actually haven't left my team since I made my first draft. So 8 million, selected by 18% of the managers, and they have a really good fixture in game week 1. My captain at the moment is actually Jared Bowen. I know this is a punt and that there is a risk involved. The most captain player will be Mo Salah, and his ownership will get close to 100% effective ownership. But I really like this team, and I think and hope that this team can outscore the teams with Mo Salah in it. 14.5, I think this takes up bit too much of the budget at the moment. He hasn't really looked that great in preseason, and I know this has been the history in recent years as well, that Mo Salah haven't really done well in the Community Shield, but I think that at the moment I'm hoping that Mo Salah can get a slow start to the season. The thing is that I still like Mo Salah as a pick, but I just like what you can do with the punts saved, and this team looks really strong. So as mentioned, I'm pretty sure this will be my game week 1 team, but I'll show you the other alternative as well. So this is the Salah draft. If I chicken out and go for Mo Salah, this will be my team. I will most probably captain Mo Salah if I own him in game week 1 as well. So as you can see, Welbeck, he is back. Had to downgrade Mateta to Welbeck. NGI, he is in. No Saka, no Wirtz, and no Van Dijk in defense. The Goalkeeper, the Brighton, newly signed from the Belgian league, he is in. The thing is that when I look at those transfers in isolation, I really like the players that are in the no Salah team. Van Dijk, obviously an upgrade from the Kuiper. Wirtz, of course, a downgrade from Mo Salah, but Saka, much better option than NGI, especially for game week 2, and a solid captain in that game against Leeds. And I have Mateta instead of Welbeck. So at the moment, I'm leaning towards the team without Salah. Please let me know in the comments down below which team would you prefer. So that's it. It will most probably be this team, but if I decide to go with Salah, it will be the second option I just showed you. So I will have a Q&A the day before deadline on Thursday, and I will have a deadline stream as well a couple of hours before the deadline on Friday. So if you're interested, go subscribe to the channel if you want to join those streams, and please give this video a like if you enjoy the content. And if you're interested, go join my main league as well. The link is in the description down below, and the code is right above me. Best of luck for game week 1, and hopefully I'll see you later.